Last night, 18-year-old pro wrestling sensation Nick Wayne made his debut, unfortunately, in a losing effort to Swerve Strickland, and he made his debut for AEW on a live Dynamite. Now that is a way to debut as a young 18-year-old upstart in the professional wrestling business. And what we saw from Nick Wayne during the match was good. He has a bright future inside that squared circle. Again, he's just 18 years old. They made the right choice in having Swerve Strickland get the win, because Swerve currently is going to be involved in a feud with Keith Lee. He's been challenging Orange Cassidy for the International Championship, so you got to keep his current status up. And Nick Wayne, as long as they are able to keep up his momentum, as long as they're able to keep him on TV, and I have a feeling they might, hopefully they might, because again, he's aligned himself with with Darby Allin at this point. So again, hopefully things work out for Nick Wayne and AEW. But here's the thing. AEW has a track record, a really bad track record, of not keeping up with their momentum, especially with babyface young upstarts or babyface characters that they are starting to get over. But again, where are they now? Look no further than Action Andretti. He's just a kid who doesn't appear on Dynamite, Collision, or Rampage on a very consistent basis, at least not in a prominent basis, not in a prominent story at all. But the one thing everybody remembers about Action Andretti is that he beat a legendary, the first ever AEW World Champion in history. He beat Chris Jericho, and AEW was unable to capitalize on that momentum. They were unable to create a story for the fans to get invested in him beyond him just beating Y2J. You got a guy like Bandito, who made a tremendous first match debut, to the point that there were rumors that AEW hadn't signed this guy to a contract when he made his debut on Dynamite, and that there were rumors that WWE was looking to snatch him up and sign him to a contract before AEW did so. Where's Bandito now? You got a guy like Ricky Starks, who, in my opinion, right now could be AEW's very own version of L.A. Knight. Yeah, because Ricky Starks is a man, a superstar, a character that can get himself over simply by what he says, simply by how he looks at someone or how he looks at the camera. And yet AEW refuses to give him any prominent TV time, and he's stuck in a storyline with, again, one of the best pro wrestlers in-ring-wise in the world, in Switchblade Jay White, who once again, another one who they are missing the boat on, because they are involved in a feud that currently means absolutely nothing. It is just a transitional feud. It is just a filler, that's a better word, filler rivalry for AEW at this moment in time. This has led to nothing. Much like Keith Lee versus Swerve Strickland, it has led to absolutely nothing. Much like the Hardys and Ethan Page and all of that going on, it has led to nothing. And that is because of AEW's inability to follow up and create and keep up the momentum for these babyface stars. Eddie Kingston, a fantastic star in his own right. A year and a half ago, 2 years, he was extremely over with the crowd, with the fans, with the IWC as well. He's always been over with the IWC. If I'm not mistaken, he just won a championship in New Japan Pro Wrestling. That does absolutely nothing for the mainstream fan, for the casual viewer tuning in to TBS or TNT on a weekly basis. Kingston has absolutely disappeared from the spotlight for AEW. Again, another case of AEW refusing to follow up on that momentum. One of my favorite stars currently, and ever since he made his debut, because of his aura, his persona, his in-ring, and charisma, everything that was involved in his presentation with this kid, I absolutely loved, and I saw a bright future in him, and I still do. It's just that AEW does not have time for him. And of course, I'm talking about Hook. 3 weeks ago, he chased down Jungle Boy in the middle of the ring. Where are both of them now? Where is Hook on TV now? Nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found. And he's got the FTW title. Again, a title that is not recognized by AEW. A title that, frankly, and this is just me, I don't know about you, but it's not recognized by AEW. It's not an AEW championship. I don't care about the FTW title, but I care about Hook. I care about Jungle Boy. I care about their rivalry, and if they can elevate themselves and put themselves in the spotlight, that's what I care about. But AEW has this knack of having this revolving door, merry-go-round, creative mindset. I can't put too much stock, too much spotlight, too much TV time on these stars. Because the fans, the IWC, the hardcore wrestling fans will start to turn on me, management, AEW management, because in their mind I am shoving them down their throat. Which is ridiculous. That is not how you get stars over. Look no further than WWE. Look how many stars are over on that instance, on their platform. And they keep sending out Raw, SmackDowns, live events, pay-per-view events. They keep sending those out. AEW right now, it's being reported that they are suffering in terms of ticket sales. They still have good ticket sales, but not on WWE's level. And that's because they refuse to build name value for these stars. They refuse to follow up for these stars. Give them the star power that they deserve. And WWE does this as well. They have guys like Shelton Benjamin, Cedric Alexander, Mustafa Ali, and many, many more that could also be prominently placed on TV and given their due. But guess what? They choose not to highlight them because they have all these other stories where they have Cody Rhodes and so many other people involved in storylines that they have to keep up so that the fans continue to get invested. Which is something that AEW just does not do. And that's because of their bloated roster. That's because they refuse to do a brand split. Even if you don't have to, you don't even have to call it a brand split. You don't have to let the world know it's a brand split. Just organize your bloated roster. Okay, these stars appear on AEW. These stars appear on Dynamite, Collision, and Rampage. These stories are for these shows, and that's it. And every once in a while, you just switch some stories around, but you keep track of all your stories. Because right now, AEW has about 5, 10, 15 different storylines in their mind that most people don't care about because they are not on TV. They are not highlighted on television. And every single time, there's 2, 3, 4 weeks apart from where the storyline started, where it goes, the next step, the next chapter, all of that, and that's just not how you keep weekly episodic television going. At least not for the fans to care. Which is why I think that Nick Wayne's debut last night on Dynamite, yeah, it's a great thing. It's absolutely fantastic. AEW has a very bad track record in keeping up momentum and following up, especially with babyfaces. And that is something that AEW should be checking themselves upon. Because again, they have the talent every single time they go out there. The in-ring talent overshadows AEW's lack of good creative. Even entertainment value. They are able to put up great video packages, great storytelling tools. They can do that. But this whole mindset of making everybody happy, not only in the back, but also the hardcore wrestling fans who will watch the show anyway. Doesn't matter what you put on TV, they will watch the show anyway. When AEW's main purpose should be to attract new viewers, casual viewers, mainstream viewers, build up store power so that your live events and Dynamite, Rampage, Collision events are getting closer and closer to being sold out. But again, that's just my thought. That's just something that I've noticed. Specifically with AEW, their lack of ability to maintain somebody's momentum, which has sacrificed a lot of top stars' potential as of this moment. So with that said, what are your thoughts? Do you agree with me? Do you think I'm just nitpicking in terms of all these stars that they had at the palm of their hands to elevate to a higher level and they just refuse to do so? If you do, if you don't, leave it in the comment section below. What do you think of Nick Wayne's debut last night in the losing effort against Swerve Strickland on Dynamite? Leave them in the comment section below. I'm Alexis Carrillo. This has been Wrestling Talk. Tune in later on tonight to Access TV for the go-home show of Impact Wrestling for this Saturday night's Slammiversary pay-per-view event. And with that said, I'll see you next time.